Make sure you join us Saturday on Western New York Living because we'll be heading over to Fallon Health Weinberg in Amherst to see how they're helping seniors 65 and older coordinate the proper medical care they need to remain independent and living in their own homes. All that and much more on Saturday's show, but now it's time to head back to the studio.
And welcome back to Western New York Living. How many of you have ever said, they never asked for my opinion? I know I've said it a time or two. Well, the town of Amherst now wants everyone's opinion as they plan for the future of the town. And they have some unique meetings coming up that everyone can be a part of. Joining us now from the town of Amherst is Gary Black and Kim Schuler. Thank you both so much for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting us.
So, Gary, the whole project is called Imagine Amherst. Can we just go back a little bit to the zoning codes that we're working off of today and why we need Imagine Amherst?
Okay. The current zoning code in the town of Amherst dates back to the 1970s, mid-70s. It was a great code for its time, but Amherst was a much different place than it is now. Back then, most development was larger scale on the major roads, on greenfield sites, where today there's more of an emphasis on infill development. So we're building in existing neighborhoods. And that one-size-fits-all approach works great in some contexts, but not in all contexts. So it's great for like big box stores on Niagara Falls Boulevard, but it may not work for, say, a neighborhood scale commercial in Snyder or Eggertsville, something like that.
And that's where Imagine Amherst comes in with the community's opinions. So what does that entail? Okay,
we've been fortunate enough to get a grant from the New York State Energy Research Development Authority, or NYSERDA, that has let us hire a consultant, actually a nationally renowned consultant called Code Studio from Austin, Texas. They're developing, they're working with us to develop the new code, and actually before that they develop amendments to the town's comprehensive plan. So we have to get the vision first from the plan. So the vision tells us what should be built where. Then we develop the code language to implement what that vision is in different neighborhoods.
And Kim, we have some charrette events that are coming up, starting up next Saturday, where everybody can voice their opinion. Tell me a little bit. So a charrette is a big push.
Right, it's a big push kind of at the end of a project, and it entails a lot of different events. Like you said, Saturday the 24th is our first event at 9 a.m., and it's kind of this hands-on workshop where the residents will be able to come in, work with the consultants in small groups, draw on maps exactly what their visions are for these different centers. And they're going to be looking at about 6 different centers, different types of centers.
And we're talking about the zoning that goes along with where there's commercial properties and how it affects all those around it?
Correct, yeah, the context. So how we can better develop those commercial areas to fit within the surrounding community.
And these charrettes and projects involved in Amherst, it affects the future of the entire community, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're talking about changing the rules and how development can sit on property over the entire town.
Wow. This is a big deal.
It's a really big deal.
So who do you think should go? Who would best benefit from going to this?
Actually, any resident of the town would benefit. Obviously, property owners, commercial property owners should go because they're the ones that are directly affected. People that live near commercial areas or just using commercial areas. So pretty much any resident of the town should be there.
Thank you so much, Gary and Kim. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Next Saturday, you can check it out. It is, if you want to get involved and add your input into the future of the town of Amherst, I recommend you attend one of their upcoming charrettes that are taking place Saturday, September 24th through the 28th. The first will be next Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Hyatt Place Buffalo, Amherst on Main Street. To find out more about the Imagine Amherst project, just head to their website, which is imagineamherst.com. There you find a charrette schedule for everything that they have planned. Well, that's a wrap for our first Monday show for Western New York Living, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. Now, remember, you can catch us Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., Monday mornings at 11:30 a.m., and I'll be watching to make sure you're there right here on Channel 2. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
This segment of Western New York Living was sponsored by the town of Amherst. Special consideration for today's show paid for by the following: